I don't wanna wait for my life to be over, so I do it now.
Good morning, good day, good evening to everyone watching. I'm Transphemerate MTG, back with another Avatar: The Last Airbender draft. See what we get up to this game. So, we've started off with a Raven Eagle, which I think is quite a nice card. I actually want to see if I can go to the Air Nomad Legacy. I don't think I've played with this card before, and having some nice flyers could actually be a really nice thing to get going. Here I've got an Enter the Avatar State, Invasion Submersible, and First Time Flyer. I think I'm going to take the Invasion Submersible here over the Flyer, just because I do think there's going to be some more flying cards coming along, like this Cat Owl. Do have the Epic Downfall, the Jet, Boulder, all pretty good cards. Fire Nation Cadet's not bad either, but I want to get enough flyers here that I do not worry about anything. You got the Crushing Wave, which is nice and removable, but I'm going to take the It'll Quench here instead. This is going to be slightly better for me. And the Geyser Leaper, just as a nice flyer. Definitely going to take the Waterbending Scroll here over the land. I mean, the land would have been very, very handy. The Iguana Parrot, but I think the Waterbending Scroll just being able to give me enough of that pressure going forward. Rowdy Snowballers just to control the board a little bit. We'll take a Wolf Bat just because it is a flyer. Looks like blue's not the most blue and white aren't really the most open, so I could certainly be looking at moving into black depending what pack 2 offers up. Oh my goodness, an Obsessive Pursuit, Sandbender Scavengers, we do have a Cat Owl there, Master Parku, Abandoned Attachments, Avatar Enthusiasts. I don't really want to be going into 3 colours. Not sure if I'm going to be able to have the fixing for it. We've got 3 really nice, quite nice rares here. The Zuko Conflicted, which is really nice. The Sandbender Scavengers, which would actually work pretty well with a lot of what I've got here. I don't really have anything to sacrifice though. I mean, we'll take the Sandbender Scavengers just because I don't think anything else in the pack is really calling out my name. I'm going to take the Knowledge Seeker here just for some additional potential card draw. Do we have actually a Serpent's Pass as well? But I think the Messenger Hawk, probably take that above the Deadly Precision, the Accumulate Wisdom. I mean, there's some really good removal in this pack as well, but I'll take the Flyer, see if I can still more or less stick towards that primary idea that I had. I mean, here we could even just go away from white and into black with the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper. We'll see how things end up. Here we've got a Cat Owl, a Forecasting Fortune Teller. I think I'm going to take the Fortune Teller at this spot. Again, it does everything that I sort of want it to be doing. Here, Vengeful Villagers could work, but I'm going to take another flyer just in case we do even potentially just splash the Air Nomad Legacy. Sandbender Storm, Wolf Bat, Iguana Parrot. I think we'll take the Iguana Parrot again. A Yip Yip, a Fatal Fissure. I'll grab Yip Yip, and here a Cat Owl. I think we're sort of looking at almost mono blue with a couple of white and black cards. Watery Grasp, First Deadly Precision, Rubberoo Troop. Wolfbat, Tundra Tank, Fatal Fissure, Scavengers. I'll take the Watery Grasp and then another couple of red cards. What do we got in pack number 3? This could help us really decide which direction we're going. The Otter Penguin's really nice. I think it's probably better than Avatar State. Rubberoo Troop, Deadly Precision, Octopus Form, Wolfbat. And you'll take the Otter Penguin. Another Waterbending Scroll, another Fatal Fissure. We're going to take the Razor Rings here for removal, because even if I do play the black, which I'm not really considering at this stage, don't really have an awful lot of removal going. Here, yeah, sort of, unfortunately I think looking at playing some of the colours that are the least available. Don't really want another Ozai's Cruelty. Could take a Canyon Crawler as a Swamp Cycler. I think their ban attachments, just to be able to search things up, is going to be a little bit nicer. Here's a little bit better. Serpent, Snowballers, Waterbending Lesson, North Pole Gates. How many lessons have I got? I've only got the 1, 2, 3, 4 lessons, and that's only if I even play the Yip Yip. The Waterbending Lessons are really nice as card draw. I do have a little bit of card draw going on, but the Serpents of the Past is a pretty nice. I do have a fair few non-creature, non-lands. So I've got 5 instants, 2 artifacts, 2 enchantments. There's only 9. I'm going to take the Waterbending Lesson here instead. I think it's going to be slightly more helpful. Let's take the It'll Quench here, just some more protection. Take the Airbending Lesson here. And I think I can actually afford to take a Serpent of the Past in this spot. Octopus form. Pretty much decided at this point that I'm not going to be going towards the black. We'll still take the black cards ahead of most else because nothing else is really in the colours that I want. Sort of looking like almost just about mono blue with a couple of white cards in it. Let's see. Check the layout. I think with the 2 abandoned attachments, the 2 It'll Quenches and the Waterbending Lesson, I can get rid of the Yip Yip. Oh, and the Octopus form. Want the Flyer, want the Fortune Teller, want the Knowledge Seeker, the Otter Penguin, the Legacies. Probably maybe get rid of one of the Rowdy Snowballers, the Flexible Waterbender. I've only got 5 white pips, so I could probably go 6 and 11. Because really I've only got 3 cards that desperately need those pips as well. Got 43 cards at the moment. What would I be looking to potentially get rid of? Maybe it would be one of the Iguana Parrots. Yeah, one of the Iguana Parrots can go 2 more cards. I do kind of want, because I've got Watery Grasp, Razor Rings, Airbending Lesson, Invasion Submersible, Snowballers. Really, am pretty short on removal. I do have the 2 Quenches, which feel like they're pretty good. Maybe I bin one of the abandoned attachments for a waterbending. Yeah, I've got 2 waterbending scrolls, Messenger Hawk, Airbending Lesson, Waterbending Lesson. Yeah, I can definitely get rid of one of the abandoned attachments. And last card to cut here, I think potentially the Geyser Leaper, especially when I do have, and I, sort of wanting to go forth for quite a few flyers. We've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flyers. Definitely think it's worth keeping the Geyser Leaper as my 5 drop. Just because it is a pretty decent flying body. So here, got the 1 more card to get rid of. Could potentially get rid of a Cat Owl or Rowdy Snowballers, the Submersible, Octopus form I think could realistically be the Octopus form, or maybe even the Airbending Lesson, although being able to airbend something's kind of nice. The Octopus form can be nice just to give something a little bit more protection, but I don't really have any ginormous bombs that I'm desperately looking to keep. So yeah, I'll actually get rid of that Octopus form and go with quite a lot of card draw, hoping to sort of really get the Otter Penguin, the Iguana Parrot, the Messenger Hawk online, sort of with a, sort of couple of higher cost creatures there. I've only got the 3, yes, I think 6 for the 3 with 11 islands I think is going to be totally fine. Not really too pleased with what I managed to grab in the draft here. I think definitely going towards that black, sort of more heavy black would have been nice, sort of pivoting around that, especially with the pack 1. I think this is okay. The Waterbending Scrolls, 2 of them aren't really great when I've got 2 planes in hand. 2 of the first time flyers into Rowdy Snowballers, which is pretty good. And the Invasion Submersibles as a potential as well, instead of the Snowballers if I need to. First time flyer. Okay, so we're going to go planes. Might Yeah, and I'm going to run out my own first time flyer as well, because it means that they will need to get a lesson into the bin. I think I'm probably just going to look at tapping it down next turn. So I'm not going to be able to crew up the submersible same time. Okay, so 5 binning lesson. So I'll probably tap it down first, although having them waste a little bit of time. Yeah. No, we'll go invasion submersible. Bounce the first time flyer. If they do want to replay it, oh, that's good by me. Probably run out the knowledge seeker next turn at this stage, just to get something that can start growing a little bit. Empathic. That's a nice card. See what they hit. Oh, they miss. That is very much what we like to be seeing. Play this knowledge seeker, and we'll play a water bending scroll here as well. Don't want to crew up the invasion submersible at this stage. We'll do it end of their turn, just in case something else happens. Do have the ability to draw a card next turn. Shared Roots. At least they're not growing anything with the Gurupathic. Probably I would have played the flyer maybe, and then the yeah, okay, so they just did that the wrong way around, because it would have been an extra counter. Gurupathic, I'm going to take that 2 damage. Certainly not worth blocking with my knowledge seeker at this stage. Water being submersible. Oh, nice. That's actually pretty handy, because it means I can get a nice card draw for an island, draw a card, and the snowball is tapping down the first time flyer. And we'll attack for 6. Starting to put a little bit more pressure on the board. And with a second water bending scroll and a 5th. Ooh, so making the first time flyer even bigger, which is a little bit spooky. First time flyer again. I'm not going to block the Gurupathic if they decide to attack. Rather just take the 2 there. Got an otter penguin. I'm going to go water bending scroll again. And we'll go plains and island for an otter penguin. We're going to go to combat, attack with the knowledge seeker, see what they want to end up doing. A block with the flyer. No. It's going to chump. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to draw a card with a water bending scroll. Grow it. Go to damage, and at least get rid of those 2. Keep my knowledge seeker alive. We're starting to grow enough that it's becoming a pretty reasonable threat. Unfortunately not able to block the first time flyers at this point. They get a mountain to pop into play. I do get another free card draw this coming turn. Alright, well I was going to draw the card. Not that I can do anything with it. Or the cat owl. Get a clue from the knowledge seeker, which is good, but I do take 6 damage. Go to 10. So, run out this plains, play a cat owl. We will draw a card from the water bending scroll just to make my otter penguin unblockable. Move to combat, attack with the otter penguin. The thing is with the first time flyer, I can block the first time flyer, but not really do anything else with it. Now the question here is, I think we do run out the fortune teller, make another clue. So I can potentially threaten reasonably close to lethal next turn. I think being able to draw cards on my turn is okay. Can block the meditation pools reasonably happily. We'll have to chump one of the first time flyers with a cat owl, which is pretty sad, but I don't want to be taking 6 at this point. It does take me to 4, and that is you know, within sort of 1 attack, and you know, 1 attack even in a removal spell, so taking 3 is just going to have to be what I end up doing here. At least I do have the ability to draw quite a few cards to look to get something online. And our own fortune teller, which a little bit spooky because it means that they have an extra card draw as well. Serpent of the Past. Alright. first thing we're going to do is draw a card. So I do draw an island. That's wonderful, because it means that I can draw another card for free with the Waterbending Scroll. And it'll quench you. Gonna have to run out this Geyser Leaper. And it does have, do have mana up for the quench. They could have had a Haiku, which wouldn't have been the most ideal, but taking for another 3, at least I can trade at this point with one of the first time flyers. Do have a quench up potentially as well. If they get rid of the Geyser Leaper, that's just sort of feels like game over at this point. Cracking a clue. Let's see. Pass to attacks. Yeah, we'll absolutely block with a Geyser Leaper. Pass to blocks. Go block a Geyser Leaper to damage. Octopus form. Can't really quench that, can I? So what we'll do is we'll water bends and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep mana up. See if there's something I can draw which will help. There is not. So Gurupathic putting more on that. So let that resolve. They'll untap this. I suppose there's no harm in not quenching. No, it's not worth quenching. Take 4, go to 3. The problem is, if they've got a lightning strike, hermetic herbalist, okay. Have to let that resolve. And end of turn, I've got to draw another card. Really need to be trying to draw into an answer, and Iguana Parrot's actually kind of nice. Islands. Okay, so I've got an Iguana Parrot, which is excellent. Draw for free with the Waterbending Scroll. Oh, and an Airbending Lesson's actually pretty nice here too. So I think I may have just... Let's see, I've got 4 blockers. I can get rid of 2 of them, which leaves them with 4 creatures. I can block everything of theirs as well as draw more cards. I think I should be in an okay enough spot. Go past to attacks. They're just going to attack with the flies? No, they are attacking with everything. Okay. So we're going to go Razor Rings on the first time flyer. We'll go... What are they doing here now? Might draw a card with the Waterbending Scroll first. What's their plan here? So I think, yeah, a lot of the card draw certainly helped get things over the line enough that I was able to stabilize and hopefully make it through to the point where... Let's go Waterbending Scroll. Because what I don't want to happen is to Airbending Lesson. I guess we will, the first time flyer. I've got some sort of response here. Okay, that's very good. Draw an island, and then the Otter Penguin gets bigger. I think that's fine. Okay, I can't do anything else here now, so I'll block the Gurupathic. Block the meditation pools, block the herbalist, and block the fortune teller. Currently have no damage, but they do have the potential of having a spell. I certainly hope they don't. Oh, so that was their last chance. Came back from the brink. Very happy with how I managed to stabilize and take a win there. Yeah, double Waterbending Scrolls, just drawing 2 cards for like 3 cards on my turn, but like just free card draw. feels pretty nice, and drawing the flyers when I did, certainly helpful to be able to block enough, and then a couple of good removal spells just to get rid of their bigger threats. Glad to see that they didn't have anything in hand that was able to deal with any of it enough. Oh, a bunch of 2 costs and a airbending lesson. Yes, please. Probably going to be looking to hold up the quench. Yeah, we'll hold up the quench. Treetop Freedom Fighters. There's 2 bodies on the board. Let's just stop that from happening. Don't want there to be that many bodies for me to have to deal with this early. We'll go Knowledge Seeker above Otter Penguin, since I don't really have a way to draw an extra card outside the airbending lesson, but I'm going to be playing the Otter Penguins next turn anyway. Otter Penguins having Razor Rings up. Glider Kids is kind of nice to see. Let's go. And a Fire Nation Cadets. Alrighty, we'll go Plains. Otter Penguin. We'll attack with the Knowledge Seeker. Cool. Kill the flyer. That's the main thing. Fire Nation Cadets can get in for attacks. That is not the end of the world for me, because if it does attack I might just look at Watery Grasping it, depending on what they may end up playing. Certainly not going to block. I think having both of these creatures is more important. Looking to kill the Knowledge Seeker here? Nope, maybe. What's their play? Okay, a Lightning Strike on the Otter Penguin. Good to know. What are they doing? Nope, nothing there. So we'll go Watery Grasp onto the Cadets. Just making it so it's not going to have any problems. We'll attack with the Knowledge Seeker. Get the first damage of the game and pass the turn. No point in dropping the Rowdy Snowballers when the Fire Nation Cadet's going to be unable to attack anyway. Got a Water Tribe Aurelia. That's quite a handy little card there. So I'll probably want to be, Waterbending Lesson. Yeah, Waterbending Lesson here. Drawing the 3 cards I think is absolutely more helpful here than attacking with the Knowledge Seekers and Airbending, or hitting the Rowdy Snowballers. Lightning Strike the Seeker. Okay. We'll be looking at taking 2 next turn though. Pay 2. No, we'll decline and discard just an island here. Then run out these first time flyers. Able to block the Water Tribe Aurelia down. Does get rid of some of their removal if they want to use a removal on it. Do have the mana to just go digging with the Water Tribe Aurelia anyway. I'm not actually going to block here because I've got a feeling they've got some sort of, some sort of trick. And would rather not have to worry about that. What have they got? A Jong the Deserter. So here I am actually just going to run out the big old 4/3 flyer just to get another body on the board. Could have always looted with it if I wanted, but rather just get some good flying pressure going. I can, maybe look to Jong and then double spell it. It's going to take this 2 damage here again. If they're attacking into me with all this mana out, it's because they've got a Yip Yip or the +3/1 and make a clue token going on. Jong the Deserter here. Plains. Here we can just run out the Rowdy Snowballers. I'm going to tap down the Jong. Just so it doesn't get quite as much use, and I'll attack for 6 in the air. If they've got something to do with it, they don't, so they go to 10. always got the ability to airbending lesson something as well, but sort of want to be looking at airbending lesson as a survival tactic more than anything. They're going to, yeah, exhaust the Jong, and what is the lesson they're going to be casting? So if it's a double removal spell, okay, so we'll let the... Yep. Or resolve all. Guess they'll attack in for 2. They did draw a couple of cards, which is nice for them, certainly, but... Yeah, I was going to activate blue, get to drop both of my creatures again next turn. Planes. Where are the Geyser Leaper? Oh, Geyser Leaper, first time flyer. Go to combat, attack with the Snowballers, and have the Serpent of the Pass, which I won't actually be able to play because I will require another lesson in the bin to be able to cast it for flash. With the airbending lesson on hand, I think that's totally fine. All depends on what they have going on at the moment though. I've got at least one card draw, but still have a lot of pressure on board here. So it's just looking for what their play is going to be. A lot of mana at their disposal. Certainly late enough in the game. Water Tribe Captain. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I can't really attack with the Water Tribe Rallier. Could attack with Jong. I'll just take... I'll attack with the Rallier as well. No, they're not. Just the Jong. I will have them firebend, and I'll just take the 3 up to 4 damage if they want to. No blocks. And they're going to rally her with the mana instead. No. Yep, they're going to bend. The Water Tribe Rallier is very handy. Ooh, Union Archers. We could do here. I mean, end of their turn. Cool. Yeah, Island. Just attack with the 2 flyers. They go to 2. And pass the turn. Got the airbending lesson, which will be able to help me flash out the Serpent of the Pass for a decent blocker. The Union Archers they can drop, but hopefully I'm just going to be able to bounce that with the airbending lesson end of turn to prevent them from having any blockers up. I'm going to pass to attacks. I'm going to attack with everything. Guess they kind of have to. We'll go airbending lesson the Water Tribe Captain. If they want to spend all the mana to pump their creatures now, they can. It means there's less that they're going to be able to do. Yep, okay. That resolve. Airbend it and draw a card. I can still block pretty nicely with the Serpent of the Pass. Flash in the Serpent of the Pass. Why are they good gaming me? Feels, and we'll block the Ralliers just in case. What do they got in hand? Twin Blades. Okay. Can I attach it to the Jong? Yep. Doesn't matter. We'll go activate the ability, draw, and then discard an island. And I think they're good gaming because they know they can't do anything. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll good game them there as well. I was wondering if they may have had something that they were able to do, but a couple of games on the bounce here. Feeling like taking the... I mean, I haven't seen the boosting flyers enchantment at all, but I feel like it was certainly the right call. You know, blue felt like it was reasonably open. No sort of like super bomb blue cards, but certainly enough to give me a good amount of card draw, a good little bit of control, you know, enough flyers that it's difficult for decks that aren't built around, you know, having a bunch of flyers or excessive removal or excessive reaches to deal with. I think this is awesome. On the draw, first time flyer, got a quench. I'm very happy, and drawing that third land means I can just messenger hawk things out as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to run out the first time flyer here as opposed to holding quench mana up. Could end up being a mistake, but I think that hitting whatever they might play it for is going to be a slightly better way of going about things. Dragonfly Swarm, like dunk. Islands, and pass the turn. Ward 1 is a little bit annoying there, but that's okay. Now what are they running out for? A combustion technique. Okay, let's abandon some attachments. If they quench me here, that's fine too. Cool. So they waste 2 spells. I do lose my flyer. I take 1 damage. But I do still have options. Do I run out the messenger hawk? I don't think I do. I think I just wait to be able to Razor Rings pay the cost, because Dragonfly Swarm is a little bit of a dangerous card. Otter Penguin, will it resolve? Why was I not able to cast that? Why oh, did I just... That's strange. Oh, it's because I didn't have a white mana available. Well, that would do it. Let's go Messenger Hawk here. Rather do that and have the clue up to potentially block. Oh no, it won't. But to have the quench for a potential play that they have, as opposed to running out the Geyser Leaper and having it maybe die to the Dragonfly Swarm. No. I'll quench that. I'm going to keep my clue, thanks. They'll attack for 3. Doubt they'll attack with the Otter Penguin. If they do, I think I'm happy enough to just trade. Yeah, and I'll take the 3 damage there. Got an Iguana Parrot. Do also have the Razor Rings open. So we'll just attack with the Messenger Hawk. Because I can technically trade with the Dragonfly Swarm onto the Iguana Parrot, because I'll kill the Otter Penguin with the Razor Rings if it wants to attack. Does also just matter whether or not they attack in with everything, or if they don't. Pass to blocks. No blocks, I suppose. Feels a bit bad not being able to pay for the award. First time flyer, okie doke. I will draw a card end of turn, and even though it won't pump the Messenger Hawk any, I think it's still useful. Got a Watery Grass paying the ward on the Dragonfly Swarm. Auto pay. And attack with the Iguana Parrot, since it does can only get chumped by the first time flyer. Have the Airbending Lesson up, the Razor Rings up. Hopefully enough mana that if they do cast something, I might be able to deal with it. Here, Temple, okay. Put 1+1 on counter on what? The first time flyer? Oh no, it's everything, that's right. What are they going to attack with here? Pass to attacks. Yeah, I think with the Razor Rings, if I got a counter spell, that's fine, but no. Attack with the Otter Penguin. Feeling in a pretty good spot here, especially since I've got the Airbending Lesson out and available. Got Forecasting Fortune Teller. And we'll just attack with the 2 flyers. Continue just to put a little bit of pressure on. Don't want to pop the clue, because then I won't be able to airbending lesson anything unless I was to draw a land. Because here, if I airbending lesson, I can either get rid of one of their attackers. Yeah, let's go airbending lesson, bounce the Southern Air Temple. So they're a little less wanting to attack. They only make one, and then I suppose all of their creatures will get +2/+2, but that's fine because I've got enough chump blockers, and they'll only have flies left to spend their last couple of mana on the Air Temple. Honestly, not too fast. We'll go no blocks. Island. Geyser Leaper. Go to combat, attack with the parrot. I suppose if they have another card to draw, which they can actually, they just kill me with the Otter Penguin. That was a very poor move, actually. Yep. That's just going to be game because they attack in with the Otter Penguin. I did not actually consider that at all. Probably needed to get rid of that Otter Penguin instead. That was a misplay to make. But we live, we learn. Definitely not the best play I've ever made. I think I probably can hold on if I just let the thing resolve. That only get another +1/+1/+1 counter. Yeah, hold the like keep both of the shrines there. Wait until they do all their stuff, and then bounce the Otter Penguin next turn when it tries to attack, so it doesn't actually get in for anything. And then I can attack in for what would have been maybe close to lethal flying damage the turn after. So it's certainly a good learning moment there. Airbending. Ooh, this feels pretty nice. Especially if I draw as well as I would want to. Drawing some nice cards here, and I can sort of just stall them out for a good few turns. Definitely just go to the island and then pass. Have the abandoned attachments if I really want to cast it. We'll see what they're running out here. Glider Kids. Let that resolve. Resolve. Abandoned attachments here. Probably bin the island. Got a feeling I'm going to be drawing more lands anyway. Look at that. Replacing the island as well. So here we've got plains and pass the turn. Feeling like a proper control deck here. We'll take the 2 damage from the Glider Kids. Rather Razor Rings something else and keep the mana up to quench a play. No, they're not. Let's see what we got going. We'll go Watery Grasp on the kids. Just so they can't keep getting in for damage every turn with their flyer. They just pass the turn. Just keep passing on. I've got, 5 mana. I could run out the Messenger Hawk and have mana up next turn. They want to do something at end of turn, which costs more than 2. I can quench it. Yep. Quench. Sorry, friend, you are not going to replay the Glider Kids, and you are not going to draw a card. Invasion Submersible, they'll bounce the Glider Kids. Nice. That is totally fine. It's a good way for them to spend a turn. Play the Messenger Hawks out. Get a clue, pass the turn. They want to crew up the Submersible and attack, or just Razor Rings it. Yep, they can abandon attachments. Still looking to draw a land, potentially, is what they're really digging for. What are they discarding here? Going to be discarding a spell, so... Oh, discarding a Razor Rings. Interesting. Drop a land, crew up the Submersible? No. Just nothing. Okie doke. Go to my turn. Play an island. Yeah, crack a clue. Get in for 3 with a Messenger Hawk. Probably they look to get rid of the submersible. Either that or they could try and Razor Rings the Hawk. Nope, they'll take 3. Screw up the submersible end of their turn. I'm going to keep the 4 mana up for both the Quench and the Razor Rings. Wait, they didn't just crew it up end of turn? Why not? Yeah, okay. Glider Kids resolves. Scry 1 to the bottom, but they can't really do anything else here. They can corrupt the submersible, but it will be tapped. Yeah, pass attacks. And go to my turn. Happy to just be sitting here kind of drawing a bunch of cards for Forecasting Fortune Teller. Make a clue. Pass the turn. Not too worried about attacking. They just did corrupt the submersible again. What's their... Just trying to figure out what their play is, why they haven't done this at the end of turn, both of the last turns, when they absolutely could have. Wartrap Captain's kind of nasty. Then they attack with the Glider Kids, so I'm probably just going to Razor Rings it. Probably not going to attack. Okay, they will. Razor Rings the Glider Kids. Can pay for a Quench if they've got a Quench. Can Quench a Trick if they had a Trick. I'll go to my turn. Play an island, draw a card. Get in for more damage with the Messenger Hawk. Iguana Parrot's actually kind of nice. Yeah, we'll cast the Iguana Parrot because it allows me to still either airbend or Quench to get a little bit more damage if they decide to attack inadequately next turn. Attack with the Messenger Hawk. They do have something they can do, but it's probably just crewing up the submersible. I would be hoping that they don't have removal for it. But I mean, again, I can just Quench. Got that second Quench in hand if I need to. So here they're going to corrupt the submersible. Yep. Interesting why they didn't do that 2 turns ago, but, you know, to each their own, I suppose. What are they waiting on responding on? Yeah? Happy to let that resolve. Can't really do anything else here. Have they gone into manual control somehow? Very, very strange. Sure. Okay. Into the Water Tribe Captain. They've got a counterspell. That'd be nice if they... It'd be fine if they did. Yeah, Quench, cool. Block. 3. I'll play the Iguana Parrot. And I guess I'll attack for 1. Waterbending Scroll would be nice. Like, you know, I'm happy to have had a whole bunch of cards to draw, but sort of drawing a bunch of islands, but not too happy that that's the only thing I've been drawing. Oh, perfect. Waterbending Scroll. Iguana Parrot. Draw. Nice Waterbending Lesson. I will actually draw again. Pay 2. Yeah, we will go pay with the Iguana Parrot and the Messenger Hawk. I'd rather get both the First Time Flyer and the Knowledge Seeker out on board, just to actually have a little bit to press them with. Yeah, Guana Parrot's not doing anything anyway, and I think the having 2 more bodies on the board is slightly more useful than... Oh, so here's the blimmin' United Front. Well, I'm going to double block into the Water Tribe Captain. Get me a clue, but it will kill the Captain, which means that it is less likely for me to just be dying super quickly here. Go Cat Owl. And pass the turn. Man, I've seen too many United Fronts coming around recently. Certainly not my favourite thing to see, you know, sort of 3 games going forward. Oh, another Waterbending Scroll is actually kind of nice. Go flash in a Serpent of the Pass. Hopefully they don't counter it. Draw another card. So we're going to block the Submersible. 2 of those. Currently taking 4, but if they have some sort of trick... 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough to win the game next turn. Upper... Not gonna airbend something. Oh no, it gives something flying, not that it matters. Planes, Waterbending Scroll. Activate the ability of the Waterbending Scroll. Snowballers. Tapping down the Upper. Drawing another card for free. Another Islands. Geyser Leaper. Go to combat, attack with just the Cat Owl, untap the Waterbending Scroll, and they scoop! Oh! Making it through a United Front because I've got the ability to draw endless cards. Now that is exactly what I was wanting to see. Very, very happy to have the outcome be in my favour there. So, we'll move on to the next one. Go to 3 and 1. And I could potentially have won the game that I lost, but for some reasonable misplays. Definitely felt like... I was like, oh yeah, this is a great decision, not realising that it potentially was not the best decision to continue to grow all of their creatures even larger. Definitely needed to hold that for the Otter Penguin, but, you know, alas, we all make mistakes sometimes. Oh, that's another pretty fantastic opening hand, I think. Just the one island is a little bit rough, but we've got, now double quenches. Probably again looking to run out the first time flyer first. Maybe not. Maybe we just pass the turn. Just so they can potentially look at Firebend X. Not going to do anything with the Firebending mana. No. Yeah, we'll quench the Jong there. And... oh, another plane isn't great. But I will Submersible the Firebending Student just to put them on the back foot a little bit more as well. So if they do want to recast it, that's alright, won't be able to attack until next turn, which gives me the chance to actually put another body down. Beautiful. I will put a Knowledge Seeker body down, I think. And pass the turn. We'll probably look at just crewing up the Invasion Submersible to block it. Resolve. No, got no blocks. Let's see if they cast a spell, like taking 1 here, giving them an extra mana. Don't think it's going to be too big of a deal, especially when I have a quench that I can quench. Cool, well, we'll just activate. Get the Submersible going first. Still got the 2 mana, which means they might be able to cast more removal on the Submersible. I think that would be okay if they did. What do we do here? First time flyer or otter penguin? I think the otter penguin's going to be a slightly better call. Go to combat, attack with the submersible, rather that than use it to block the firebending student, because probably it's going to die anyway, and putting a little bit of pressure on doesn't seem too bad. Watery grasp, okie doke. Pass. I think it's going to pass through the turn, okie doke. Messenger Hawk's actually kind of a nice draw as well. Messenger Hawk. Make myself another clue. Going to attack with the otter penguin. Because they want to trade, they absolutely can. Yeah, I'm not going to give you the twin blades. Unfortunately, I will still die in this trade, but at least they don't have a twin blades on hand. It's a little bit of a shame, but I think it's a reasonable firebender ascension. Could become a little bit awkward. And I'll just take the firebending student damage. And they've got 5 mana here, so they're just going to shuffle the evasion submersible away. They probably shouldn't. Okay, because if I draw it again, that's probably more helpful for me than if I didn't. Well, Iguana Parrot. And first time flyer? Sure, let's go. Back with the Messenger Hawk. We can block the soldier with the first time flyer. Or do none of the above. Definitely not going to block the firebending student because it will just grow and grow and grow and grow even more. Can I maneuver? Okay. Yeah. Draw a card. I go to 14. Oh, we'll draw a card. It's a cat owl. And we'll pass the turn because I'll abandon attachments. Probably burning the cat owl next turn. Agent of Treachery. Ooh. Interesting. Now that's a card to have. Cool, so I'm just going to double firebend here. I do just abandon attachments, bin the cat owl, draw a couple of cards. Oof, would it be nice to be able to raise rings. But that's okay. I think we just pass here. Got lots of cards in hand. They do have a board, but I can always airbend lesson my parrot back, as well as razor rings. Probably the firebending student here. Let's just flash in the Serpent of the Past to deal with whatever they throw up as well. Spirit Water Revival. And then drawing 7 cards is pretty rough. Definitely not the most happy about that. Flash in the Serpent, block the Agent of Treachery. Sounds good to me. Attack for 6. And pass the turn. Got enough instant speed interaction that I'm not going to worry too much. Close Eyes Cruelty. Okay. Resolve all. Go get rid of the parrot and the water bending lesson. And what do they do here? Resolve. Gonna kill this. Attack with a firebending student. try my best to kill it. Yeah, before it gets the fire-bending trigger where they can potentially cast even more spells. And they got, yeah, double... Okay, they're going to sack. So they drew 7 cards and they're still looking for more cards to draw. That's something. Okay, we'll definitely draw a card here. Went from having all of the card advantage to absolutely none of it. So, let's hope that they don't have even more removal, which they do. Another Swamp Snare Trap. Okie doke. A War Balloon, which they can crew up. A Yui the Moon Spirit. Okie doke. For Island Snowballers, tap down the Yui. Now they can get crap the War Balloon if they want. It's not going to do anything. Yeah, they can make the War Balloon into a creature. They've got the Jong back. A Vindictive Warden, which is scary with the amount of mana that they have at their disposal. You know, attack for 4 here. I am sure of it. Yep. Okay. What do I have left to draw that could really provide what I needed? You know, 4/3 flyers not awful. Can block or yeah, maybe block something of theirs. Union archers, okay, they're gonna rummage. I get to loot. What do I block here though? Probably the War Balloon ahead of anything there. Yeah, firebending. They're gonna firebend a whole bunch. It's gonna deal me a ton of damage. So I think I probably just die regardless. Block the balloon, no, sorry, the Jong. Go to damage, that's 5. Let's loot. Oh, let's just auto pay, it's the only thing I can do. And Vindictive Warden, yeah, it's going to deal 1, 2, 3 damage. And I'm just going to lose. Yeah, I figured that was the way it was going to go. Darn! First time I've actually seen the, draw 7 actually come off, and come off very nicely for them as well. Which is not what I was anticipating. I thought that I was in a really nice spot there. But I suppose not. Into the next game. So we go to 3 and 2. Quench Knowledge Seekers, Waterbending Scrolls, absolutely, and I'm much happier to sort of have a Quench on the play, because it means that I can actually pretty happily run out the Knowledge Seeker, I think, on turn 2, and not hold up the Quench, because I don't think there's many amazing turn 2 plays that I am too worried about keeping mana up for. Okay, Island, we'll attack with the Knowledge Seeker first. And yeah, I guess we'll run out an Iguana Parrot. I don't want to kill the Knowledge Seeker. I get a clue. Do not. Okay. 3 mana here, and a Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, which is a pretty nice card. Very upsetting that I did not get a spell there. I'll take the Iguana Parrot and run out a Messenger Hawk. Again, sorry, not a spell, a land. Would have preferred to draw a land and then have the Quench still up. But the own Iguana Parrot I think is totally fine. 1 mana they have with a Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, 1 blue. Happy to trade either one of those for it. What's the 1 blue? Oh no, they've got a bloody octopus form, don't they? Did not consider that whatsoever. So oops. I was like, what could they possibly have? Oh, they can't possibly have anything. They absolutely could possibly have something. And in fact, they did. Waterbending Scroll, which I can activate for 2, which is pretty nice. They are in 3 colours. Ooh. Okay. That is nice. I'm going to pass to attacks. I'm going to pass to blocks. Not going to do anything. Waiting for him to spell. But no, going to waterbending scroll instead. The land's actually pretty nice here. Got plains. Forecasting fortune teller. And create another clue. Pass the turn. Can't really do much about much of what they've got going on here. Quench the Azula always lies. Just because I don't want the iguana parrot being even bigger and bigger. A Teo is kind of nasty. They only attack with the... I mean, they'll be gaining a couple of life. They're probably putting the counter on the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper, which makes it much more difficult to block the Spirit Keeper ahead of the parrot. Oh, they didn't. Okay. Okay, so another island with a cat owl, which is pretty nice. I guess just pass through the turn. At least I can untap the Messenger Hawk once. Oh dear. That's not great. And no, I've only got laser rings. Done. Taking with all their flyers and the unblockable there. Gonna make the iguana parrot even bigger. Nope. Nothing. Have to block the Spirit Keeper, take 5. Another land. I guess I draw a card with the scroll. And play another scroll. And draw another card with a scroll. Desperately trying to find something. Pass the turn. Feels like I am in a little bit of a trouble here. Cool, let that resolve, resolve, resolve. Discard these two. Go pass to attacks. Kill the iguana parrot. Block. If I block anything but the Ty Lee, I'm dead, so I have to block the Ty Lee. Oh, doesn't matter. That's just going to be good game. 6 damage. And that's the end, yeah. No, they managed to get things out very quickly. Probably needed to play it a bit slower still, and either like actually counter the Foggy Swamp Spirit Keeper or the Ty Lee. But they had yeah, really nice removal for everything that I had on board as well. So we end up 3-3. I mean, you know, going 500 is not too shabby. Certainly could be worse. And that has been a draft for now. Nice Azorius flyers. You wasn't super happy with how the actual drafting phase ended up, so not surprised that I didn't do excellently. A couple of games that I lost, I think certainly the last two that I lost were deserved losses, but the first one was down to a bit of a misplay. May well have lost that game anyway, but certainly could have given myself more of a shot, and the games that I won felt reasonably comfortable, but I think that was more just because of good draws and reasonable matchups, more than me playing out of my skin. Well, that is it. If you've enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And I've been Transphemerate MTG. I'll catch you guys on the rebound. Take care, everyone.